Welcome to Liverpool fans. Today we've got the latest updates of your beloved club Liverpool. But before we dive in, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment of breaking news. Let's get started. Liverpool Football Club find themselves at a defining and deeply uncomfortable moment as pressure mounts relentlessly on head coach Arne Slot following a frustrating 1-1 draw against Burnley at Anfield. What should have been a routine home victory instead became another symbol of a season drifting off course, intensifying internal doubts and fueling serious discussions about a drastic change in leadership. With results stagnating and performances lacking conviction, Slot now appears to be on the brink, while Xabi Alonso has emerged as the club's dream successor should the axe fall. The draw with Burnley felt far heavier than a single dropped pair of points. Anfield, traditionally a place where Liverpool impose themselves with authority, watched a struggling Burnley side absorb pressure, exploit familiar weaknesses, and leave with confidence intact. Liverpool dominated possession once again, but the control was sterile. Clear chances were rare, the tempo predictable, and the defensive structure alarmingly vulnerable whenever transitions occurred. At full time, the reaction from the stands said everything. The boos were unmistakable, followed by an uneasy silence that reflected a fan base rapidly losing patience. This result extended Liverpool's run to 4 consecutive draws in all competitions, a sequence that has severely damaged belief both inside and outside the club. For a team built on intensity, momentum, and emotional energy, repeated stalemates feel like defeats. The concern for Liverpool's hierarchy is not simply the accumulation of draws, but the patterns beneath them. The same issues surface week after week. The midfield often lacks balance and authority. The defensive line looks exposed when pressed. Attacking movements appear rigid, and substitutions frequently arrive too late or fail to alter the rhythm of matches. Arne Slot arrived with a reputation as a progressive and forward-thinking coach, admired for his attacking principles and structured build-up. However, the Premier League has proven an unforgiving environment. Opponents have learned how to neutralise Liverpool's approach, sitting compact, disrupting central areas, and daring Slot's side to find solutions they currently lack. More worryingly, Liverpool have shown little tactical flexibility when games slip away from them. Adjustments feel reactive rather than proactive, and confidence drains visibly as matches wear on. Behind the scenes, concerns are reportedly growing within the dressing room. While there is no suggestion of open conflict or rebellion, several senior players are believed to be privately questioning the clarity of the project and the long-term direction of the team. Liverpool currently look caught between identities, not defensively solid enough to control games, nor explosive enough to overwhelm opponents. That uncertainty has translated onto the pitch, where performances often appear hesitant, disjointed, and burdened by doubt. Initially, Liverpool's ownership and sporting leadership were determined to give Slot time. The club was entering a transitional period, and continuity was seen as essential to maintaining stability after years of defined leadership. However, football at this level is relentlessly results-driven, and patience erodes quickly when standards slip. The Burnley draw is widely viewed internally as a potential tipping point. Emergency meetings are believed to have taken place soon after the final whistle, with senior figures now seriously debating whether a change is necessary before the season drifts beyond recovery. The stakes are enormous. Liverpool risk falling out of the Champions League places, an outcome that would carry major sporting and financial consequences. Missing out on Europe's elite competition would hinder recruitment, reduce revenue, and further test the confidence of players and supporters alike. Faced with that scenario, the club's leadership is weighing whether loyalty to Slot is now more dangerous than decisive action. As uncertainty swirls around Slot's future, one name has begun to dominate conversations at Anfield and across Merseyside. Xabi Alonso is increasingly viewed as the ideal man to lead Liverpool into their next era. The former Reds midfielder has rapidly built a reputation as one of the most intelligent and modern coaches in European football. His tactical discipline, calm authority, and deep understanding of the game make him a compelling candidate, not just emotionally, but strategically. Alonso's appeal goes far beyond his history with the club. Liverpool's executives admire his ability to construct well-organised teams that balance defensive stability with fluid attacking play. His tactical flexibility allows him to adapt to opponents without losing identity, something Liverpool currently lack. He places heavy emphasis on midfield control, positional intelligence, and collective responsibility, all core values traditionally associated with Liverpool's B. For Liverpool supporters, the confirmation that Marc Guehi has already passed his medical test at Manchester City feels like the final, painful full stop on a saga that promised so much and delivered nothing. For months, many fans held on to the belief that Guehi was the ideal solution to Liverpool's defensive evolution, a player perfectly suited to the demands of the modern Premier League and the traditions of Anfield. Now, with City moving decisively while Liverpool hesitated, the question that refuses to go away is simple but uncomfortable. Why did Liverpool fail to land such an important player when the need was so obvious? The disappointment is not just about losing a transfer battle to a rival. It is about the wider sense that Liverpool allowed a situation to drift until control was lost. Guehi was not an obscure talent requiring a gamble or a leap of faith. He is a proven Premier League centre-back, a leader for club and country, comfortable in possession, tactically intelligent, and already hardened by the intensity of English football. These are exactly the qualities Liverpool have been seeking as they reshape their squad for the next cycle. The frustration comes from the fact that the fit was clear to everyone except, it seems, those with the final say. Liverpool's interest in Guehi was never truly a secret. Scouts admired him, analysts highlighted his suitability for a high line, and supporters saw in him a natural successor to the current core of defenders. He reads danger early, recovers quickly, and has the composure to play out from the back under pressure. In a league where build-up play from defence is non-negotiable, Guehi represents reliability and progression rolled into one. Yet despite all this, Liverpool never reached the point of decisive action. One of the key reasons behind the failure lies in Liverpool's increasingly cautious approach to the transfer market. While this strategy has brought success in the past, it also carries risks, especially when dealing with top-level, in-demand players. Liverpool prefer structure, value, and long-term planning. Manchester City, by contrast, identify a target, assess the cost, and move with ruthless efficiency. When City decide a player is essential, they remove doubt from the equation. In Guehi's case, that clarity made all the difference. There is also the issue of timing. Liverpool's pursuit, if it can even be called that, felt reactive rather than proactive. By the time serious internal discussions gathered momentum, other clubs had already advanced their plans. Crystal Palace, aware of Guehi's value and importance, were never going to be rushed or pressured into a cut-price deal. Liverpool's reluctance to meet the asking price early created space for competitors to step in. City did